ADW Hatred Slam 38th show of 2022 by Colton Dennis. The crowd is cheering. Hello everyone and welcome to another great night for Hatred Slam. I hope you had a great start to your week. Because I know we did, said announcer number 1. That and #039's right. Over the weekend, Ivy became the ladies' champion. Hatred Slam now has the ladies' championship. It and #039's unbelievable, said announcer number 2. And tonight, we continue on with the battle for show supremacy. With another triple threat match tonight, said announcer number 1. Oh, I can and #039 wait for this. Because it and #039's inside the demonic cell, said announcer number 2. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall, is a triple threat match, and is inside the demonic cell. Introducing the challengers, first representing Hatred Slam, Classified. Next representing Blood Rumble, The Edge. And their opponent, representing the Wild Bowl, The Savage, said announcer number 3. Beldings. All three are walking around the ring. Classified quickly rolls outside of the ring. Nope. Not today. I and #039 am not that stupid. I can wait, said Classified. Both the Edge and the Savage look at each other, then lock up. I really thought that both Edge and Savage would go after Classified, said announcer number 1. Maybe they have a plan to lure him inside the ring, said announcer number 2. The Savage puts a headlock onto the Edge. The Edge groans, bounces the Savage off of the ropes, then pushes him. The Savage holds onto the headlock, then tightens it. The Edge groans again. Edge needs to break this headlock, said announcer number 1. The Edge elbows the Savage and #039's stomach. The Savage groans. The Edge breaks the headlock, then punches the Savage. The Savage staggers. The Edge runs, bounces off of the ropes, then continuously clotheslines the Savage. The Savage continuously groaning, then stands up into the corner. The Edge runs at the Savage, does a corner shoulder block onto him, runs, then goes to bounce off of the ropes. Classified pulls down the top rope. The Edge goes over the top rope, then lands into the floor. Classified just pulled the top rope down. And now Edge is on the outside of the ring, said announcer number 2. Classified is really a smart person, said announcer number 1. Classified picks the Edge up, then whips him. The Edge goes into the steel stairs, then groans. Edge gets sent into those steel stairs, said announcer number 2. Classified is laughing. The Savage sticks his head through the middle ropes, grabs Classified and #039's head, then pulls him up onto the ledge of the ring. Classified moves the Savage and #039's arms, grabs his head, then hangs him off the top rope. The Savage falls onto the mat, then gasps. What a nice move by Classified, said announcer number 1. Classified slides into the ring, stands up, then continuously clotheslines the Savage. The Savage continuously groaning, then standing up. Classified dropkicks the Savage. The Savage falls, goes through the middle rope, then lands onto the ledge of the ring. Savage is on the ledge of the ring now, said announcer number 2. The Savage stands up onto the ledge of the ring. Classified bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, then runs at the Savage. The Savage shoulder blocks Classified and #039's stomach. Classified groans. Savage stopped Classified in his tracks, said announcer number 1. The Savage puts his head between Classified and #039's legs, then lifts him over the top rope. Classified lands onto the floor, then he groans. Oh, That could have been a dangerous landing. You only get a little room to walk around with, said announcer number 2. That and hash 039's true, said announcer number 1. The savage stands up onto the ledge of the ring, then looks down at Classified. Classified is laying on the floor. The savage runs on the ledge of the ring, jumps off of it, then does a body splash onto Classified. Classified groans. What a body splash by Savage, said announcer number 2. The savage stands up, then turns around. A steel chair hits the savage and hash 039's head. The savage falls onto the floor. The Edge appears holding a steel chair, then leaning against the ring. Edge now has a weapon, said announcer number 1. The Edge slides the steel chair into the ring, grabs the savage and hash 039's head, picks him up, then throws him into it. Edge might want to end this, said announcer number 2. The Edge slides into the ring, stands up, picks up the steel chair, then jams it into the corner. Edge wants to put savage and hash 039's head through the chair, said announcer number 1. The Edge approaches the savage, picks him up, looks at the steel chair, then runs towards it. The savage reverses it. The Edge and hash 039's head goes into the steel chair. He groans, then falls onto the mat. Oh, what a reversal by Savage, said announcer number 2. The savage slowly stands up, then looks at the Edge. The Edge pulls himself up with the ropes, then turns around. The savage wraps his arms around the Edge and hash 039's waist, then does a belly-to-belly throw onto him. The Edge lands onto the mat across the ring, then he groans. What a belly-to-belly throw, said announcer number 1. Both the Edge and the savage stand up. The Edge goes to punch the savage. The sage ducks, runs, bounces off of the ropes, then clotheslines the Edge hard. The Edge groans, then stands up. The savage kicks the Edge and hash 039's stomach, sets him up for a suplex, lifts him up, then plants him face first onto the mat. The Edge groans. The savage covers the Edge. 1, 2. The Edge kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Savage almost had it there, said announcer number 2. The savage stands up, then waves at the Edge. The Edge slowly stands up, then turns around. The savage lifts the Edge into his left shoulder, then drops him. Classified kicks the savage and hash 039's stomach, grabs his head, then runs towards the corner. The savage goes into the ring post. He groans, then falls onto the ledge of the ring. Classified pushes the savage off the ledge of the ring with his feet. Savage could be out for a while, said announcer number 1. Classified is smiling, turns around, then sees the Edge slowly standing up. Get up, said Classified, waving at the Edge. The Edge stands up, then turns around. Classified runs at the Edge, then goes for running knee onto him. The Edge sidesteps Classified, runs, then bounces off of the ropes. Classified staggers, then turns around. The Edge does a spinning heel kick onto Classified. What an incredible spinning heel kick by Edge, said announcer number 2. Both Classified and the Edge slowly standing up. Classified goes to punch the Ed. The Edge ducks, punches Classified and hash 039's back. Bends him backwards, then does a reverse suplex onto him. What a reverse suplex by Edge, said announcer number 1. Could this be it? Asked announcer number 2. The Edge covers Classified. 1, 2. Classified kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Edge almost had it there, said announcer number 1. The Edge picks Classified up, whips him into the corner, then runs at him. Classified boots the Edge and hash 039's Face. The edge groans then staggers away. Classified jumps onto the second rope. The edge runs at. Classified. Classified jumps over the edge, lands onto his feet on the mat, runs then bounces off of the ropes. The edge goes to clothesline Classified. Classified ducks then bounces off of the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. The edge turns around. Classified does a running knee onto the edge. Classified and #039's running knee connects, said announcer number 2. This could be Classified and #039's night, said announcer number 1. Classified covers the edge. 1, 2. The Savage lands into Classified. 2, said referee number 1. Savage breaks the pinfall, said announcer number 2. Both Classified and the Savage start punching each other, then slowly standing up. A fist fight has broken out between Classified and Savage, said announcer number 1. Classified goes to punch the Savage. The Savage blocks then continuously punches Classified. Classified continuously groaning then staggers backwards into the ropes. The Savage bounces Classified off of the ropes then bends over. Classified kicks the Savage and #039's chest. The Savage groans then stands up. Classified bounces off of the ropes again. The Savage wraps his arms around Classified and #039's waist then does a belly to belly slam onto him. What a belly to belly slam that time by Savage, said announcer number 2. Classified stands up then turns around. The Savage wraps his arms around Classified and #039's waist again then does a belly to belly throw onto him. Classified lands onto the mat across the ring, then he groans. Now there and #039's a belly to belly throw, said announcer number 1. Classified stands up in the corner. The Savage runs at Classified. Classified boots the Savage and #039's face. The Savage staggers. Classified jumps onto the second rope. The Savage punches Classified. Classified groans. The Savage continuously punching Classified. Classified is swaying on the top turnbuckle. Classified better hope he doesn't and #039 fall, said announcer number 2. The Savage puts Classified and #039's legs over the top rope, punches him then climbs onto the second rope. What does Savage have planned here? Asked number 1. Whatever it is, I don't and #039 think it and #039's gonna be good, said announcer number 2. The Savage lifts Classified onto his right shoulder. He and #039's going for his over-the-shoulder facebuster, said announcer number 1. Not from up there, said announcer number 2. Classified punches the Savage and #039's stomach. The Savage is groaning. Classified lands onto the top turnbuckle, then continuously hits the Savage and #039's back. The Savage continuously groaning. Classified pushes the Savage off the second rope. The Edge quickly does a jumping spinning heel kick onto the Savage. Oh, what a jumping spinning heel kick, said announcer number 1. I didn't and #039 even see that coming, said announcer number 2. I don't and #039 think Savage did either, said announcer number 1. The Edge puts his arm onto the Savage. 1, 2. Classified jumps off the top turnbucks then headbutts both the Edge and the Savage. 2, said referee number 1. Classified breaks the count with a headbutt, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but how much did that take out of Classified? Asked announcer number 1. The Edge pulls himself up with the ropes then turns around. Classified dropkicks the Edge. The Edge goes through the middle rope then lands onto the floor. There goes Edge outside the ring, said announcer number 2. Classified looks at the Savage. The Savage slowly stands up, then turns around. Classified runs at the Savage, then goes for a running knee onto him. The Savage quickly moves. Classified staggers forward, then turns around. The Savage lifts Classified onto his shoulder, then does an over-the-shoulder facebuster onto him. Savage and #039's over-the-shoulder facebuster connects. But does he have enough strength to cover? Classified asked announcer number 1. The Savage is crawling towards Classified, then hooks his right leg. 1, 2. The Edge pulls the Savage and #039's left leg. 2, said referee number 1. Edge pulled Savage off of Classified, said announcer number 2. The Edge pulls the Savage outside of the ring, grabs his head, then throws him into the cell wall. The Savage groans, then walks out from the cell wall. The Edge grabs the Savage, then whips him. The Savage goes into the other set of steel stairs, then he lays onto the floor. Savage has to be out of it, said announcer number 1. The Edge slides into the ring, then stands up. Classified stands up, then turns around. The Edge kicks Classified and #039's stomach, sets him up for a powerbomb, then lifts him. Classified lands onto his feet behind the Edge, then quickly rolls him up. 1, 2. The Edge kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Classified almost stole it there, said announcer number 2. Both Classified and the Edge stand up. Classified runs at the Edge, then goes for a running knee. The Edge moves. Classified staggers forward, then turns around. The Edge kicks Classified and #039's stomach, sets him up, lifts, then powerbombs him. What a powerbomb by Edge, said announcer number 1. The Edge looks at the ropes, then sees the Savage pulling himself up onto the ledge of the ring. The Edge picks Classified up, runs, then throws him into the Savage. Both Classified and the Savage collide heads. The Savage falls onto the floor. Classified is holding his head. The Edge turns Classified around, kicks his stomach, sets him up, lifts him up, then does a sit-out powerbomb onto him. Could this be it? Asked announcer number 2. The Edge hooks both of Classified and #039's legs. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here and #039's your winner, the Edge, said announcer number 3. The Edge picks up the victory for Blood Rumble, said announcer number 1. That was unbelievable. Edge saw the Savage was trying to get back inside the ring, and he used Classified as a weapon, said announcer number 2. Edge is one of the best veterans in this business. He knows what an #039's at stake in these matches. Congratulations to the Edge, said announcer number 1. Yes. A very well fought match, said announcer number 2. Well, folks, we want to thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye bye, said announcer number 2, waving. The Edge is standing on the ramp, then raising his arms. The crowd is cheering. The end.